Welcome to the Transform Your Mind radio hour and podcast, a show about transformation, mindset transformation. This is Life Coach Myrna Young, and in my book, Out of the Snares, the story of hope and encouragement, I share my journey of being born in poverty in Guyana to have an abundance in America. And I did it by changing my mindset. Let's go do it. Each week, I bring you guests or one-on-one coaching sessions to help you change your mindset and transform your life. Welcome to the Transform Your Mind to Transform Your Life radio hour and podcast. I'm your host, Life Coach Myrna Young. And sitting in the guest chair today is Gregory Landsman. Gregory is a renowned beauty and wellness expert, TV host, and best-selling author. And we are going to be talking today on the topic, the secrets of a natural facelift versus a cosmetic one. Welcome, Gregory.
Welcome, Myrna. Thank you so much for having me on your show. So happy to be here.
Yes, I am going to thank you for being here as well. I'm going to enjoy our conversation today because we are talking about beauty and we're talking about having natural beauty. So definitely a topic that I'm interested in and definitely a topic that I'm sure all our lady listeners out there interested in. And I shouldn't even say it just lady, because men are interested in their skin too. You know, my husband goes out and he uses my products, and he went out and get one of those rolling scrub brushes and things like that.
Well, we all want to look all want to look as good as we can for as long as we can.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I'm definitely not saying just the women, but women and men, we need to look good as well. All right, excellent. So let me give you a short bio on Gregory before we get started. Gregory Landsman is one of the most noted global beauty and wellness experts in the world. He is the best-selling author of 9 books and a TV host who specializes in using food to take years off your face naturally. Often referred to as the beauty advisor, Gregory Books and global TV program Facelift in Food shows viewers how to create quick skin-boosting meals and powerful skin treatments using everyday food to achieve younger, healthier-looking skin at any age. Having worked in the beauty industry for 30 plus years, Gregory believes that looking youthful goes well beyond waging war and wrinkles, and that how we age is 100% controllable. His natural methods are used globally by models, shown in universities, and recommended by doctors. Gregory is a strong voice for inclusion. From apartheid South Africa to working at the height of the fashion industry, and his fundamental discovery that regardless of what we do, how we look cannot be separated from how we feel. Awesome. Like, we had a really good conversation before we started the recording. And one of the things you said to me, Gregory, is that, I was telling you that my skin is very good for my age. And you were saying is when you feel good, then it shows externally in your skin. So
Absolutely.
tell our listeners your journey to becoming a beauty and wellness expert and authoring 9 books. Now, that's quite an accomplishment.
Look, Myrna, I think our life journey takes us where we need to go, regardless of, where we start. And my journey, really to understand the concept of beauty, when I look at my philosophy of beauty and what it really represents, it started from a young age. I was born in South Africa at the height of the apartheid system. Okay. And many people say that, the country you are born in shapes the quality of the human being and your character. Well, in my case, it had broken it down. And
Mm.
so I have very, very strong views on skin, because from an early age, I knew that the color of my skin, the texture of my hair, and the width
Ah,
of my nose
okay.
would determine my level of freedom and my quality of life.
Okay.
And
Got you.
before I even got to school, I could read park bench signs, whites only, or the
Wow.
public toilets, or having to listen to my mum saying, could you please hold on until we get home, because you can't use that toilet.
Oh, wow.
So
Hmm.
that for me, we've got to stop with the judgments. We've got to stop with the labels. And I was a child that was beaten and spat on daily by the time I got to school for my differences.
Oh, wow.
So I had lost all belief in who I was as a child, but I, you know, put myself back together. We shifted to Australia, and my mum was a model, and I followed in her
Nice.
footsteps.
Oh, that's
And
beautiful.
that's how I entered into the beauty industry.
Well, it's really interesting. And you finish with yours, I'll tell you how I entered into skincare, and it was the same path. So before you go forward, I'm assuming that your first when you were growing up and seeing, the whites only signs and the fact that you were different, you
Yeah.
probably had maybe a negative opinion, and then you became a model and a beauty, and that shifted somehow.
Do you know what, Myrna? It didn't.
It didn't. Okay. All right.
And that's why from lived experience, I can say that I still walked around with insecurities and
Mm,
fears.
okay.
And I still felt like that broken kid.
Mm, hmm. Okay.
And that's why I firmly believe that what is on the inside
Hmm.
shows up on the outside.
So true. So true.
And
Yes.
my grandmother said something that goes to the heart of beauty. She said, you know, boy, God gives us all 5 minutes of grace, and we can wow people with our fancy smiles and our cute little nose. She said, after your 5 minutes, the truth of who you are emerges, and nothing can hide that.
That is true. That is
And
true.
we've all got that 5 minutes. And my philosophy, Mona, before we even get onto the skin, uh,
Mm-hmm.
everything that I do, all the books that I write on,
Mm-hmm.
everything is accompanied by this belief. I utilize the acronym of beauty,
Okay.
and the B is for balance. It is a balance of inner virtues that radiates outwardly. It's what ultimately shapes our beauty and our lives. And the E is for enthusiasm, to show enthusiasm for who we are and all aspects of who we are.
Mm-hmm.
And the A is for acceptance, accepting ourselves as a whole without isolating or fragmenting beauty to certain physical characteristics. And the U is for understanding that when we are born whole and beautiful. And along the way, we have been educated to doubt what we were given. But
Wow.
if we have the ability to create insecurity, we have the ability to eliminate it. And the T is for trust, learning to trust in who we are and what we represent in this world. And the Y is for you, that you possess beauty if you can see it in a much more expansive way other than just physical. Because beauty is not about masculinity, it's not about femininity, it's about humanity and celebrating the divine differences we all bring to this world. So that is the foundation that all my work is based on, because I believe that is where it starts. It starts on the inside, and then we can take care.
Wow.
We can take care of the skin that houses the spirit.
Wow. I like it, but I'm going to challenge you with a question. So, beauty is what we see, right? And we have this concept of who's beautiful. Like, People magazine put out the most 50 beautiful people in the world every year kind of thing. So
Yeah.
we all have something that says when you look at somebody, your 5 minutes of fame, like your grandmother said, they're beautiful. But you're right. There's not normally anything inside, but they're still beautiful. So how do you explain that?
We have all stood
Uh,
in the presence of someone,
uh-huh.
and we have all come across someone in our life who might not have the physical characteristics that you might regard as beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get to know who they are just beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've
And
experienced that, but I've never experienced the reverse where someone is stunningly beautiful. Well, let's look at Marilyn Monroe, right? She was
yes,
stunningly beautiful, but
yes.
I'm not sure if she had anything inside, but she's so beautiful.
But you know what, Anna?
Uh-huh.
When we don't have a strong sense of who we are,
Mm-hmm.
and we don't have a belief, I always, uh, working with women globally,
Mm-hmm.
it is not a line that ages a woman. It is an energy.
Mm.
When
True.
she begins
True.
to lose
Yeah.
her self-belief
Yeah.
and her strong sense of what she represents in this world, she begins to age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know women who are like 85,
Yeah.
and I call them ageless,
Yeah.
because it's not about their age, it's about
Okay.
their energy, and
Yeah.
they're beautiful
And they're
women.
beautiful. I've heard
Beautiful.
that. I've heard it. I haven't experienced it in my personal life, but I've heard, people that written
Excuse
books
me, man.
talking about it.
No, man. I've got to stop you there. No, I've really got to stop.
Okay, what are you
We've
saying?
just got to step back there. I've never experienced it in my personal life.
Okay. All
Have you
right.
not been looking in the mirror lately?
Well, I'm not 85.
No, but you're ageless.
Yes. Okay. Right. All right. I stand
You,
corrected. Thank you.
you are ageless. Absolutely.
Okay.
You've got vitality, beauty. It's
Thank
your
you.
energy.
Thank you.
That's your energy, and beautiful energy is infectious.
Yeah. But
That is
I don't want to toot my own horn, but what you're saying makes sense.
no, just toot, 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 toot. You can never toot your
Right,
own horn enough.
right. But I posted a picture on Facebook when I was 60, and because right now I'm 62. Well, 61 a little bit. I'll be 62 later this year. But when I was 60, I posted a picture, and this girl said to me, "Oh my gosh, it looks like you just got to 30 and said, F it, you're not going to age any longer." So, I mean, I do have
Beautiful.
a personality. I do have a lot of energy, and, I feel good about myself, and, I laugh a lot. So if you're saying that that is the reason, I'm just thinking that I had good genes. And my story was that I always attributed it to is because I became a model at 18, and they taught me skincare. And I have kept that skincare routine, which is you cleanse, you tone, and you moisturize, all my life. And that's what I attributed it to. I wouldn't have attributed to energy and vitality and those things. So thank you. Appreciate that.
Well, you see, when we're speaking about energy, cleanse, tone, and moisturize,
Mm-hmm.
that is all the stuff. Forgive, learn, laugh.
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
we are constantly cleansing internally.
Mm.
We are letting stuff go, and
Okay.
the more we let go, the younger we look. The younger we
Awesome.
look.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's an
Great.
incredible thing to see. I lost my mother last year, and I was blessed enough to be with her, and she was
Oh,
beautiful inside and out, my mom.
it's beautiful. Yeah, because she was a
But you know
model.
what?
Yes.
When
Nice.
she was leaving, she she looked more beautiful than I had ever remembered her.
Oh, wow.
That says to me that when we make peace
Yes.
with ourselves
Yes.
and we let go of the stress, we just naturally age less.
Good. 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 I
And
love her
that's why
introduction. Right. Mm-hmm.
and that's where I really look at skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I never look at skin in isolation or a wrinkle.
Mm-hmm.
It's much more on a holistic level.
Okay.
It's, as we said earlier, aging is a natural process of life.
Yeah.
And it is something that I I welcome it. I welcome this process. It has enabled me to know who I am and what I
Mm-hmm.
represent in this world. That is a natural part of life, aging. But premature skin aging, we can seriously do something about.
Okay.
And that means we need to look at not a wrinkle or a line in isolation. What is that line trying to tell us?
Mm. Hmm.
What is it trying to tell us? And one thing about the skin that I love is it never lies.
It's true.
It will tell you the food you're eating or not eating. It will tell you your breathing patterns. It
Mm-hmm.
will highlight the lack of water,
Mm-hmm.
your lack of sleep.
Yes.
So
Yes.
all of these things play a major, major role
Well,
in
it's
skin
something,
aging.
right? Yeah, because I am an exfoliating queen. One of the first things I notice, honest to goodness, I am. The first thing I notice on somebody's skin is if they need a good scrub. I cannot stand skin that doesn't shine through and is luminous. But you're right. It comes, I never think about what somebody's eating pattern or whether they're drinking enough water. But yeah, water would show if their skin is dull and needs a good scrub. But yeah, so and your expertise is food, so we're going to get to that in a little bit. I'm going to learn from there because I know that laughing and being happy and and exfoliating and all that shows up in your skin, but I didn't know that there's also foods that you can use to have good skin. So I'm going to learn that from you.
One of the things that why food plays such a major role
Mm-hmm.
is that it not only helps us reduce stress, but it feeds vitamins and minerals that can stimulate our
Ah,
collagen.
right, right, right. Okay.
My whole approach to skincare is how do we purge the mind, the body, and the skin from stress?
Okay.
And we do that with food. We do it with good breathing. We do it with face exercises and a little massage.
Okay.
But it is how do we purge the body from stress? Because stress is what ages the skin. You see, when
Yeah.
we are stressed, we
Yeah.
make less collagen.
Mm-hmm.
And as we age, it also decreases. But
Yeah.
constant stress accelerates this whole process. So we age prematurely. And I always say that the stress hormone cortisol, if cortisol is raging,
Yeah.
you are aging
Yes.
prematurely.
Yes.
So we want to get that cortisol under control, and we can
Right.
do it with food and breath.
Yeah, I need to know that too because I know cortisol is responsible when if you can't sleep, that means you
Oh,
have too much of it in your body, and yeah. So I'm going to learn from that. So, all right. Did you want to talk about that now, or should we come
yeah.
back to it?
No, well, we can talk about stress,
Okay.
because it impacts the production of our collagen and it
Okay.
creates chaos with our skin.
Yeah.
But it also just creates chaos in our lives. We don't feel good. And
Mm-hmm.
when we don't feel good, we don't look good.
Right. Right.
So we
And
can't separate the two.
we also know a lot of people that when you see them aging or you look at their skin, you can tell that maybe they work nights and you're not getting good sleep, or you can actually tell, you're right, it shows up. Not necessarily
And
even skin, I mean, not necessarily even stress, but if you're right, if you're not sleeping well, and I know that I understand that if you're not sleeping between 10 and 2 or something, your body doesn't repair, and it shows that you prematurely age because you're not sleeping properly. So, yeah.
no, and you mentioned sleep is really, really important when it comes to your skincare routine.
Yeah.
What people do, we often refer to it as beauty
Sleep.
sleep.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
what people don't know is that when we sleep, we activate the human growth hormone,
Mm.
which strengthens the skin. It,
Okay.
it, it actually creates thicker skin.
Okay.
So it's also in a state of rest and digest where we repair, and
Mm-hmm.
more collagen is produced while we are sleeping.
Okay.
So sleep is really important, really,
Okay.
really important.
So, what foods can we eat that will give us more collagen and less cortisol?
Look, people always say, is there one specific food?
Okay.
There isn't. And when I
Mm.
look at it, of course, genetic factors play a role in the way we age,
Right.
but so does the food we eat. And the greatest anti-aging secrets can be found in our food, everyday foods.
Okay.
And it's all based on the basic principle that building and protecting our collagen
Mm.
through foods,
Okay.
that's the foundation to healthy, youthful skin, because it increases collagen. With the right foods, wrinkles begin to fade and skin regains elasticity. That's the power of food.
Right. So, can we, because that's basically how I do it. You buy facial products or creams with collagen on it. So, does that work?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Collagen is collagen is the protein in connective tissue that keeps the skin elastic.
Mm-hmm.
That molecule you can't push through the skin.
Mm.
The best way to stimulate collagen is through food and
Okay.
sleep.
Okay.
But you see, it's when the fibers in our collagen become weak, and they become weak through the free radicals,
Yeah.
through lifestyle factors.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that we can counteract with food. But collagen cannot be absorbed from a beauty cream.
Wow.
And the best way is to eat foods and topically apply skin regenerating vitamins and minerals that naturally stimulate and protect our collagen. You see, so,
Mm-hmm.
and there are incredible foods to do that. But dealing with faces every day, it's really easy to see when skin is deprived of nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Okay.
see, one of the most effective ways to protect and basically preserve the quality and texture of our skin means we have to eat skin renewing foods. So, for example, vitamin C.
Okay.
Vitamin C is key to collagen production.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But since it can't be stored in the body, it's really important to top it up all the time. So we've got to include things like sweet red peppers, Brussels
Mm-hmm.
sprouts, broccoli, and tomato.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if you love tomato, um, while it's fantastic uncooked, when you cook it with a little bit of olive oil, you access lycopene, a
Mm.
powerful antioxidant.
Oh, wow. So
If you
that's a
eat
good tip. Okay.
it's these little things that you incorporate into your eating habits.
More of this episode after a short break.
This is a paid advertisement. This service has no affiliation to this station. Are you a believer of magic in the universe? Visit Twilight Wings Magics on Etsy. Twilight Wings is a professional spiritual healer who specializes in spells and rituals to create change in your life. Get one-on-one service and trusted 5-star spells that have worked since ancient times to discover wealth, rebuild your relationships, and help you find success. Visit Twilight Wings on Etsy by searching Twilight Wings Magics. That's Magics, Magicks, and regain control of your spiritual well-being and life.
Would you like to turn your videos into visually striking blockbusters that bring more viewers, generate more leads, and move people to take action? Then check out VidVamp. VidVamp revamps videos you already have and boosts your results. Let me ask you 2 questions. Do you already have a video creation or editing app? Do you already have old videos, new videos, or stock videos? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then head over to the show page, blog.myhelps.us, for more information. And yes, you will be able to revamp your videos without any technical or video production experience. VidVamp empowers you to skyrocket engagement with your video. Get VidVamp now for 60% off the regular price. Head over to the show page, blog.myhelps.us, and click the VidVamp link.
Do you enjoy watching movies? Yes! Do you like to hear other people's opinions on movies? Yes! And do you find that you don't always have the time to listen to an entire podcast about one movie? Yes! Well, then you might enjoy my new podcast, Living for the Cinema. My reviews cover the good, the bad, and the ugly of what makes each film unique, but in less than 15 minutes. Check out Living for the Cinema on all platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Google, and anywhere else podcasts are available.
Marketing is the foundation of the success and survival of your business. Not only does marketing build brand awareness, but it also increases sales, grow businesses, and engage customers. Most great companies are built on a great marketing plan. At the Transform Your Mind radio, podcast, and TV show, we want to help you build your brand awareness with your audio or video ad. Your audio ad will be heard on WDJY 99.1 in Atlanta and by podcast listeners around the world. Your video ad will be seen on the Preach the Word Worldwide Television Network on Comcast Channel 16.5 in Atlanta, around the world on ptwwntv.com, and on YouTube. So, take your business to the next level and enlarge your tent. Advertising rates start at $25 for a radio ad and $50 for a TV ad. To place order, head over to the show page, blog.myhelps.us, and click the links. Well, you know, I was at the farmer's market this morning and I looked at some tomatoes and I said, should I buy them? And I'm thinking, no, I'm just going to use ketchup. So now, so now I know that I get that tomato next time I go back. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I told you I was going to learn.
and you know what I do love about a tomato, a fresh tomato, is you can put it in a little strainer and you take the juice of it and you apply that on your skin.
Oh, really?
And it's a wonderful tonic, wonderful tonic for the skin. But then you've got things like vitamin E. And that's a powerful antioxidant that protects and reduces damage caused to skin cells, right?
Okay.
But it's also anti-inflammatory. And that keeps the skin smooth and it reduces wrinkles. Okay. So you can find it with spinach, almonds, sunflower oil, and things like mangoes. So you can see it's not one specific, it's just include.
Okay. Right.
a variety of foods into your eating plan.
Okay. Yeah.
Then vitamin B,
Hmm.
it's incredible for skin. And you can get, a complex variety of the Bs through eggs, turkey, whole wheat breads. Now, if you are a lover of spinach and kale, always pour a little bit of olive oil over the greens. It helps the body absorb the nutrients effectively.
Okay.
So it's these little things that go a long way. I'm not sure if you eat garlic and onion.
Yes, I do. Love them. I always cook with them. Right. Yes.
Really, it's fantastic. They contain sulfur, a wonderful beauty mineral. But with garlic, one thing you've got to remember is, while it's got incredible health benefits, you must crush it and then leave it for at least 5 minutes. It activates and releases an enzyme allicin, and it's an organic compound, but it's a really powerful antioxidant.
Wow.
You see, so it's these little things that you can
So
incorporate.
I crushed my garlic, but I don't leave it for 5 minutes. So now
leave
that's
it for 5 minutes.
Great. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then you've got something like glutathione. That's often referred to as the mother of all antioxidants. But you find it in the tip of asparagus. Avocados are great. And it's a wonderful way to support your glutathione levels. And I'm not sure if you've heard of hyaluronic acid. People have it injected in their faces, and yes.
No, I haven't. I don't think. I might have seen it in those beauty products that you tell me is useless, but
well, these are injectables. But if you look, hyaluronic acid, it's when a baby's born. The baby's. They always say it's smooth as a baby's bottom.
Yeah, right.
The little baby's pumped full of hyaluronic acid.
Oh, really?
But as we age,
we lose it.
It decreases.
Okay.
But something as simple as consuming beans in our diet activates and helps increase our hyaluronic acid levels. So these are the things that are incredible. And like omega-3 fatty acids, include that in your diet. A wonderful moisturizer, you access that through fish. And it moisturizes skin from the inside out. So these are the things that are really great.
Now, can you use supplements if you're not getting this in natural food, or does that work?
Look, absolutely, especially fish oil capsules are wonderful omega-3 to access your omega-3 fatty acids. And people always say, oh, well, I shouldn't eat fatty acids. I should. I'm cutting all fat out of my diet.
No, I eat fatty acids because I know it's good for your heart health. I didn't know it was good for my skin, but I know it's good for heart health. Right.
Good for your heart, good for your brain health, good for your stress, and great for your skin.
Right. It's awesome. Wow.
Great for your skin. So it's things, very simple things. Water. We all have access to it. And look, our body, it's 70 to 80% of our brain tissue is water. So if you're dehydrated, your body and your mind are stressed. And if you're feeling thirsty, you're already a little bit dehydrated. And really, I can change someone's skin, the quality and texture of it, with water and showing them how to breathe correctly.
Right. Well, I guess I'm on the right path. I didn't know why, but everything that you're talking about, I do. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. I read Tom Brady's book way back, and he talked about that we need to drink 80. I don't remember the number, but all I know, he said, I think you need to drink 8 glasses of water or whatever. So I have made a point to drink a lot of water. I mean, I don't think I get to 8, but I get to at least 6. And, I drink a lot of water. I take a lot of supplements.
Yes.
I've started a diet now of smoothies in the morning, and I put a lot of spinach in my smoothies. So
Oh, fantastic. Yay. So
and
you're doing all
yes,
the,
I'm
yeah.
doing, yeah. And, when I cook, I definitely, because, I've heard, for antioxidants, like the garlic and the onions are good for you. Like, I didn't know what are good for the skin, but I just know that all
Oh
these
yeah.
things are good for health benefits. You know what I mean? And,
Well,
yeah,
I
but
call the onion the collagen warrior.
yeah,
So
wow.
I'm glad you're cooking with it.
Yeah. And
And you're
garlic
drinking.
too. And I do crush my garlic. Exactly. So I've been doing all these different things, and I heard about the olive oil. I read a book. The guy was talking, I think it was Dr. Gundry, and he was
Yes.
talking about how great olive oil is. So yeah, when I cook, I can't eat kale because I can't digest it, but I do cook collard greens. So when I cook my collard greens, I pour
Olive
olive
oil.
oil over it. Yes, and I fry
Fantastic.
them down and stuff. So yeah.
No,
Yeah. And
but
sometimes I have a spinach salad and I throw my oil on the spinach salad because you're drinking the olive oil, because normally I cook with the oil and I think that it's not as good when you cook it, but you need to be pouring it on. So I find ways to do it. So that's
look,
amazing. Go ahead.
but then you said, you drink at least, say, 6 to 8
Yes.
glasses of water,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you can double that, and you'll see a massive difference in your
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
Because drinking water hydrates skin cells,
Yeah.
and it plumps them up.
Yeah.
So it makes the
I
face
try
look
to
younger.
remember to drink it because, like I said, Tom Brady talks about, he has to drink a lot of water because for his muscles to work.
Yeah.
And I think he said
Yes.
it's half your body weight or something. I don't remember, but it is a lot of water. So, I drink about 3 big glasses a day, which is, the big cups are 2 to 3 small cups or whatever. So yeah, I'm conscious of it. So now I guess maybe I'll try to add an extra cup
3.
in there.
An extra 3. It flushes out impurities, it improves
Yes,
circulation
yes,
and blood
yes,
flow, and it makes your skin glow. So
yes,
add
yes,
another
yes,
3.
yes, exactly. You got to be conscious of it. You know what I mean? Because if you're
Yes.
not conscious of it, then you're not going to do it, right?
No.
So that's great. Now you talked about, beauty from the inside. We've talked about feeling good. We've talked about excellent nutrition plan. Wow. About getting all these different, vitamins and minerals and things like that into your body so that you can have, more collagen production, which is great because, like I said, when I go and buy, one of the things that I learned that I've been doing since I was 18 is that I put on a night cream, and I go look for night creams that have like the collagen or whatever in them. So now you're telling me, or in the listening audience, how to do this naturally. So it's amazing. But
And
we can't have this conversation without talking about what Hollywood and most people are doing with the cosmetic surgery and, plumping Botox in their face.
I
Have to talk about that. But anyway, I interrupted you.
No, absolutely.
Right.
We can talk about that. It's
Okay.
Look, I think our world as it stands today, it's there's some things going wrong.
Yeah.
Especially in the beauty world, this whole beauty industry, anti-aging, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yes.
That often drives fear and stress around the aging process. And really, when we take the stress out of it and we can put the joy back into it, we can age in a healthful manner. But as I was saying to you before, there's a fine line between self-improvement and self-destruction. Mm-hmm. And with many of the procedures that I see around, I believe that we've crossed the line. We have crossed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They, I can't see the beauty in a face that doesn't move.
Yeah.
Or
I can't either.
paralyzing a muscle.
Yeah.
There are just certain things that everyone's entitled to do that and have those procedures done. I just don't believe they're necessary to look our best, because we have natural alternatives.
Well, the crazy thing about it is that it changes the total face. Now, I've seen, of course, I've seen it only in the actresses, maybe even actors, I'm not sure. But, you see them and they're all plumped up. Maybe they want to look like the babies. Maybe that's what they're injecting. But they're all plumped up and it changes their whole face. And not in a good way either.
Sorry, man, I was standing in a bank a few years back in Los Angeles. And the attendant said, next, there's a lady in front of me. And she didn't move. She was asleep.
Wow.
But her eyes were open. And I'm not joking, because she had so much skin removed. She obviously couldn't close her eyes. And that to me, I thought, wow.
That must have been a botched job.
Well, I have seen many botched jobs over the years.
Wow.
Over the years. And
there's even a show about it. I can't even watch it because it's so ridiculous and what people do to themselves. But
in the name of beauty.
Of beauty. Oh, yes. I can't watch
And
it.
I don't think when we're looking at beauty, we need to hurt ourselves to obtain it, because we have all been gifted with this life, health, and skin. And we want to make the most of it, and we all want to look as good as we can for as long as we can. And Mother Nature has provided the food to do it. Yeah. But the rest, that comes from judgment and fear.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, in Hollywood, they're doing it so they can get movie roles and look young, because Hollywood, they like young, I guess. When you get old, nobody like. One of my favorite movies is The First Wives Club. When
I love that.
I don't want to be anybody's mother. They don't want to play the mother. I said they don't want to get old.
When people really say to me, what is the best anti-aging tip that I can give? Truly, it's, if I can give just one, it's feel good in your skin and celebrate the wisdom and clarity that comes with your life experience.
Okay. Yeah.
And when I turned 50, I woke up and I had a prayer in my head. And that's how I wrote this prayer book, Faith Lifting Beauty, a celebration of humanity. Faith Lifting Prayers, a celebration of humanity. But it was, let me grow gracefully. Let me age gratefully. Give me the strength to do this beautifully.
Oh, wow.
And I think that's, when we grow into ourselves and we accept ourselves and we begin to celebrate ourselves and the journey that we've all been on with all of its challenges, we access our beauty in the most honest and authentic manner. And we begin to see that our life is not about limitations. It's about possibilities. But if we place harsh judgments on who we are, and we constantly look in that mirror, and we never see the flowers, we only see the weeds. and we keep watering the weeds, they will kill the flowers.
Yeah.
And I think it's, a friend of mine's daughter said to me, she's only a young girl, 13, "What does loving yourself mean, Greg?" And it was
Self-care, I
good,
guess.
good self-care. It is, Myrna.
Yeah.
And self-care is not just what we put on our skin. It's the way we think. It's the way we feel. It's the way we live. It's the way we love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think that when we're talking self-love, can we treat ourselves kindly when we are going through those rough patches?
Yeah.
Because I can honestly say that all my fears, all my insecurities, all my hurt, when I allowed myself to feel it, what I could feel, I could heal. And they were all stepping stones that took me closer to the truth of who I am as a human being.
Now that's deep. It's lovely. It's deep. I wish we can expand on that. That's awesome. All right. Well, listen, I'm learning so much from you on this. But I want to talk about your books before we wrap up. You wrote the book, Face Value, Face Fitness, and Face Food.
Yes.
You wanna tell our listeners about that?
Face Value is an incredible book that shows you really how to utilize all the ingredients in your kitchen to take years off your face naturally. Nice. So it will show you things like how to use the avocado or why grapeseed oil can basically remove and support stronger skin, only with ingredients in the kitchen. And all of it is based on science, rock solid science. Everything that I do is based on science. Okay. And that's why I work in the wellness centers as well with people undergoing chemotherapy. I can show them how to change their skin, because chemotherapy does horrible stuff to skin and dries it. Yeah. And that you can do with food. So I wrote Face Food. And Face Food shows you how to stimulate the collagen from the inside with foods that you're eating, and where to find all of these anti-aging ingredients. And then, of course, we haven't touched on face fitness. And face fitness is how do you keep the muscles on the face strong? Because it's not a line that ages a face, but a sagging muscle. And we've got over 50 of these muscles on the face. We only use not even half of them. So when we know these are the muscles that need to be strengthened, we can plump them up in the same way that we give our body a good workout and plump up our bicep. We can plump up the muscles on the face. Wow. So we give ourselves a natural facelift.
Yeah.
It's a natural facelift.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've had what you call them? I'm losing my words now. But anyway, when you go to get like a facial, yes, that's the word. Yes. When you go to get a facial, they always end it with a face massage. And I try to, when I put on my night cream every night, I try to massage my face, but I don't do it for more than a minute. But are you talking about something specifically? I know I'm going to get all three of your books because, like I told you, I'm very interested in face and skincare and things like that. So I'm definitely going to get them. But for just to give us a little bit more information on and how you plump up the muscles, it is just a massage, or is it something else that you do, like stretches and stuff?
Well, look, a simple massage will also really support the skin. Okay. And that, everyone's applying a moisturizer in the evening or a serum at night.
Right.
And basically you can give your face a very quick massage. That speeds up the lymphatic drainage system. It oxygenates the blood, and it carries more nutrients to the skin. Okay. But it really tones and supports the muscles as well. Okay. And something as simple as filling your mouth with air. which you can do right now, and fill your mouth with air and roll that air bubble around your mouth, around each side, to the right, to the left, around the mouth area. That tones the muscle. So there are incredible ways to rejuvenate the skin and take years off it naturally. Face Value will show you how to do it with food. Something like using a sweet potato, steamed and then mashed, and applied topically to the skin with a drop of olive oil, provides us with vitamin C and beta carotene.
Wow.
So you can change your skin and the quality and texture with everyday foods. Everyone's got apple cider vinegar or yogurt. Yogurt applied topically to the skin with a little bit of honey. It reduces discoloration. It provides calcium, potassium, zinc, and vitamin B6 and 12 to the skin.
Wow.
And I would always apply this on, and I recommend it to models before a shoot, because it naturally plumps the skin and it gives it a healthy look. And it removes dead skin cells because of the lactic acid. Gently removes them. So we have got these incredible anti-aging ingredients all around us. And all my books, it's really about, if I can give you the knowledge and the know-how, you can take basically your beauty back, and the way you choose to look after it, in the way you think, the way you feel, and what you are doing. So it's empowering you with knowledge and know-how, really, those books. And then, of course, I've got Stop Stress Fast, which really is how do you reduce cortisol with your breath. And it's one of the most powerful ways to reduce cortisol when you breathe correctly. And
I guess I need to get that one too, because I don't know if I have extra cortisol or not, but I have a hard time getting to sleep.
Well,
and that would assume that.
No, well, if you have, if you are having a tough time getting to sleep, and remember, sleep is a natural collagen booster.
Right.
And it's not an indulgence, but a skin repairing necessity. So if you are having trouble, I like to eat, well, first you have to breathe properly before you go to sleep to put your body into a rest and digest mode. You do that with breath and that breathing modality. And I like to eat a handful of pumpkin seeds.
Oh, really?
Yes, and pumpkin seeds contain a good dose of tryptophan, which is the chemical compound that makes you feel sleepy.
Oh, wow.
But while it helps us relax, it also gives us a good dose of omega-3 fatty acids.
I've never heard that tip before. Yeah, I mean, I sleep because it's important to me, but I have to take like melatonin or some other thing to make me sleep. It doesn't always come naturally, but I know it's important enough that even if I have to take a supplement to do it. But according to Deepak Chopra, we should be sleeping naturally. We shouldn't have to take stuff to sleep.
So that's why purge the body from stress.
Yeah.
Once the body's purged from stress, it goes into rest and digest.
Okay.
And there you begin to, put yourself to bed, and but start winding down before you go to bed, like 40 minutes before. No active television. Breathe slowly, consciously, and deeply. Eat your tryptophan. A nice warm glass of water. Put your body in a wonderful, relaxed state. Because remember, when you are de-stressed, you age less. And that's the food you're eating. Remember, no sugar before you go to sleep.
Okay. All right.
Because people are, I love that dessert. Well, if you spell dessert backwards, you get the word stressed.
Yeah.
And sugar mimics the stress hormone. So we don't want any sugar before we go to sleep.
Okay.
And sugar spikes our glucose levels, our sugar levels, and it causes what's called the glycation, it does terrible things to the skin.
Okay.
So sugar it's not great on occasion, but not every day.
Okay. All right. So that's good. I'm definitely going to, add the things, I meditate, but I don't consciously do it to fall asleep. I do it when I wake up. Wrong time.
There's never a wrong time to meditate.
But I'm getting what you're saying. Yes, breathe, warm glass of water. I like that, and pumpkin seeds. So there, that's perfect. All right, we're almost fresh out of time. So tell our listeners how they can get a hold of your beautiful books. I mean, everybody knows they can get them on Amazon. But you might want to talk about your television show, or, if you have a website or something. Yes. How can people contact you?
If you go to GregoryLandsman.com,
okay.
And there you'll also get, it's an ebook. You can sign up. It's a free ebook. It's a wonderful introduction to this whole concept, and it's the skin secret to looking younger at any age.
Okay.
And you can also get the facelifting food apps on the Apple Store and Google Play.
Okay.
So it's a wonderful way to take years off your face naturally. And what I love about it, it doesn't cost a fortune. You can really start looking after your skin. And the beauty of it is you don't need to ditch your normal skincare. But if you want to add some extra nutrients to your skincare or to give your skin an extra boost, just do it naturally.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I am absolutely enjoyed our conversation, Gregory. I told you before we started recording that this is my space, and I love talking about skin and skincare and health and, all the things that we talked about, because I like looking good. And I like people telling me, oh, you look years younger. You look younger than you actually are. I like it. I guess it's my ego. But but also I was introduced to proper skincare, like I said, at 18 years old. So it's been my whole life.
How wonderful.
Yeah, it's been my whole life. So thank you so much for sharing some really, really wonderful advice for our listeners. And, we will have a transcript of our conversation on my blog, which is blog.myhelps.us. There'll also be links to your website and your books. I definitely know that I'm going to go out and buy them because I love learning. It's another thing. I love learning. And if I can look 80 and if I can't age anymore by next 20 years, that'll work for me.
Well, put it this way. Mm-hmm. Food has the capacity really to prevent premature aging and to take years off a face naturally. And you can eat it and you can apply it topically, combined with breathing to reduce the stress and some massage. It's looking after our skin is easier than we've been led to believe.
Yes.
But feeling good in our skin, that's a little bit harder.
Right. Yes, you're right. Yes, but still. Okay. All right. Well, listen, thanks again, Gregory, for a fantastic interview. Good luck on your TV show. And listen, you have a blessed afternoon.
You too. Thank you, Mana. Okay. God bless.
God bless. Bye-bye.